Alex Clarke from Denison Yachting, and today I'm going to take you on board 7 Diamonds, the 2018 85-foot Ocean Alexander. This 85-foot flybridge motor yacht has both an upper and lower helm, sleeps 8 guests in 4 cabins, with additional crew accommodations back aft that feature 2 separate cabins and a crew mess. 7 Diamonds features twin Caterpillar C32 engines with 1,600 horsepower each that give her a maximum speed of around 23 knots and a fast cruise speed of 18 knots. Ocean Alexander has a very strong presence in the North American market, and this 85-footer is one of the main reasons why. Some of the key selling points you're going to find on board are 7 feet of headroom throughout. You're going to have marble and granite countertops, a satin finished walnut interior decor, and obviously great use of glass both here on the main deck and in the guest accommodations down below. Above all, it's the simplicity and the practicality of the designs of Ocean Alexander that set them apart from the competition. For example, it's one of 3 wet bars you're going to find on board. It's the hidden day head tucked underneath the staircase that leads you to the Sundeck. It's both the lower and upper helm that feature full navigation packages with great visibility. It's these features that really set them apart. We're going to start today's walkthrough on the Sundeck, which to me is the key selling point of the vessel. Starting all the way back aft of the Sundeck, we're going to feature the boat deck. To starboard, you have your davit, which gives you the ability to launch and retrieve either 2 jet skis or a full-size tender. Moving forward to starboard, you have sun pads, which are directly opposite of the grill found to port. Continuing forward, we walk underneath the custom hardtop, which gives ample shade all the way to the forward helm station. The primary feature of the Sundeck can be found to port here, which is a full-size bar, complete with bar stools and granite countertops. Opposite of the bar, you have a large sitting area, which is one of 3 dining spaces on board. Forward of your sitting area, you have additional sun pads, which are forward-facing. Inboard of that, you have your second and what I would consider your primary helm station on board, complete with full Garmin navigation package, which you will also find on the lower helm. A few additional features that are going to guarantee you a comfortable ride while on board, one being Sidepower hydraulic stabilizers, and the second being a Stationkeeper, which is a position and heading hold system. Leaving the Sundeck is easy with a comfortable staircase that takes you both to the interior or one that leads you down to the aft deck, which we're going to look at now. The aft deck is highlighted by a centerline high gloss varnish table that comfortably seats up to 8 guests and full wet bar. A feature that I think really highlights this space are the teak decks that continue all the way to the bow and to the swim platform. Outboard of your sitting area, you have stairs that lead down to your swim platform and raised deck gear, including cleats, fair leads, and windlasses. Forward to starboard, you have your wet bar, complete with granite countertops, sink, refrigerator, and just outboard of that, your joystick docking station. The final feature that I want to highlight is the overhead, which features both your lighting, surround sound, and a 32-inch fold-down TV. Heading down from your main deck, you reach your swim platform, where you have one of 2 access points to your crew accommodations and your engine room. At the bottom of the staircase, you're immediately going to have your crew mess, which is a U-shaped sitting area, countertop with sink, refrigerator, and microwave. Aft of the crew mess is a full bath complete with shower, toilet, and sink, which is shared by both of the crew cabins. The first of the 2 crew cabins, which is back aft, is the captain's cabin, complete with full berth and a second smaller upper berth. Forward of this is the bunk room, and when combining both cabins, you can sleep up to 5 crew members. Stepping into your engine room, you have your Caterpillar C32 engines, and then outboard of that, you have your Cummins Onan generators. A few key features you'll find here in the engine room is your Sea Recovery water maker, which makes up to 900 gallons a day, and Gulf Coast fuel polishing system. Having just wrapped up in the engine room, I want to point out that we've recently completed a full pre-purchase survey to showcase to potential buyers that the maintenance has been extremely diligent on board and that no details have been overlooked. Why don't you join me now as we go check out the interior decor. The aft section of the Salon has an L-shaped settee to starboard, and opposite of that, 2 captain's chairs to port. A nice feature of this space is a fold-down TV that tucks away when not in use in the overhead. Forward of this is your formal dining, which comfortably seats up to 8. Opposite of the dining area is one of 3 wet bars found on board, complete with a hidden wine cooler and sink. Just forward of the wet bar, you'll find your day head. Continuing forward, you enter into a multi-purpose space. To port, you have your lower helm station, and opposite of that to starboard, you have your open galley, complemented by a breakfast nook. Touching on the galley, this will obviously be a gathering place on board. You have granite countertops and all the Jenn-era appliances needed to cook a good home meal for everybody. These Jenn-era appliances include a full refrigerator and freezer, oven, stovetop, sink, as well as microwave. Outboard to port and starboard, you have doors that give you direct access outside, great for when docking. To the port side, just aft of the helm, you have a great set of stairs that lead you up to the upper deck. This makes it extremely easy to go back and forth between the 2 helm stations. The lower helm station is highlighted by 2 STID captain's chairs, one of which has a joystick control and Garmin controls built into the arms. Both the upper and lower helms are highlighted by the Garmin glass bridge, both of which feature 2 monitors. Directly below your Garmins, you have your throttles, VHF radio, bow and stern thruster, spotlight, and stabilizer controls. Before heading down to the guest accommodations, I want to touch base on the Octoplex system. This is an electrical monitoring system that monitors both your AC and DC power outage throughout the entire vessel, all with the simplicity of a single touchscreen. Down in your guest accommodations, you have 4 spacious cabins that comfortably sleep up to 8 guests. The first of which is found all the way forward, which will be considered your VIP cabin, complete with ensuite. Just outside of your VIP cabin, you're going to have one of 2 sets of full-size washer dryers, with the other ones being found in the crew accommodations back aft. Having 2 sets on board, super convenient both for the owners and for the crew. Just aft of your VIP cabin and forward of your master are going to be 2 identical cabins found to port and starboard. These cabins feature 2 single berths, both en suites. Heading back aft to the master cabin, we pass over a really nice inlaid granite and marble floor, which then leads you to your full beam master. Entering the master cabin, you're immediately drawn to the large windows found to both port and starboard, as well as the centerline king berth. Underneath the windows to port, you have drawer storage, while to starboard, you have a vanity. Complementing the space, both to port and starboard, you have cedar-lined walk-in closets. Aft of the sleeping accommodations, and equally impressive, is a full beam master bath, complete with his and her sinks found to port and starboard, with a centerline rain shower separating the 2 spaces. So on behalf of Denison Yachting and myself, Alex Clarke, thank you for joining me on board 7 Diamonds, the 2018 85 Ocean Alexander. For additional information or to arrange a showing here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, feel free to contact us at any time.